Can a girl not take care of her own parents till her life comes to an end? Must a girl only be discarded into a boy's house as her only means of survival? Or if she sees that parents have no space for her and going back to a relationship that has ran its course well over time, and if there is hesitation to return to the toxicity that hinders growth in every possible way is not an option, is her moving alone, living alone, surviving alone a selfish deed? When a girl is married off, it's seen as graceful that now she will no longer live with parents. But if that's not your story, it's seen as selfish, even if you wake up every day to go serve kids that may not be your own, but that doesn't hinder your ability to give. The monetary exchange to sustain a monthly rent for a roof above my head, which was denied in all the spaces I counted upon for years, but closed doors on me just a cherry on top. Is a girl's will to continue working hard for every rupee she earns without having to live off a parent's pension and savings money too ghastly? Couldn't we give back our parents any money that we earn instead of being discarded? Is a girl selfish for having to choose to live alone as the only way to give something back to this world after begging to have that under a partner's roof, a father's roof? If you want to leave everything and give back to your family, it's made impossible, and you have no choice but to leave, earn a respectable living, and live alone. Then the same people who kicked you out tell others a story of you having abandoned them and not caring enough for parents, for family. None of them saw everything that you ever did that was brought to dust. Not just by few, but an entire lineup of relatives that were ghosts up until now with not a single day worth of care about what your life entailed. These are the same adults that once left old parents behind and set off on their own journey to build a family, earn money, do their job. Then why the guilt when it comes to you, your choices you made out of your circumstances after having gone back and forth by tempo, begging for some space to stay and work and reinvent in, but your every idea, dream, solution fell upon deaf ears? Your only mistake? You failed at marrying a boy, failed at serving their family, forgetting all about yourself, and failed at bringing up a family of your own, but rather dared to see the whole world as a family instead after having learned from your own lessons from choices made out of fear. See how they tear you apart, giving you guilt about the strangers you find comfort in. Those strangers that were the angels that showed up when the so-called blood relations became ghosts. If they only truly cared, but how much care can you expect from those who dumped their own parents in an old age home and not once kept them along with them to have a healthy bond with grandkids? Which adult leads by example? If you want to be the change and lead with action starting with yourself, your family, your society, your country and the world in that order, everyone comes together to make it impossible and torment you for the actions you live by. These few actions are all you have to sustain the little leftover of your dreams for your country, your world. Don't dare share your thoughts with the ones that have egos bigger than the universe itself. Encouragement, that's something you have to do for you every day, knowing that had they all heard even once, you could have been doing so much for the larger collective. You can't stay there, you can't live alone. What must one do? When children stand up to the mistakes made by adults, reminding them that what goes around comes back around, they are taught a lesson to keep quiet, to obey, and if you dare have a voice that could help yourself and humankind, you will face the wrath of the entire family line, starting with the very ones you call your own since you are tiny in this large chaotic world. Your reaction to their actions will be held against you and all your intentions of actually being of help thrown out the window. Years go by in friction of dealing with all this to the point all the dreams, ambitions, initiatives to change with solutions, all of it is drowned away into an abyss. As they, the very ones responsible for it, conspire behind your back, calling you rude, disrespectful, all kinds of adjectives, when you know deep in your heart none of that describes you. You faintly smile at the memories of the adjectives people use throughout international school life, when you voice your intentions, cheering, uplifting, and supporting truly without patronizing, a time you may never be able to go back to and clearly failed at recreating within your own area of possibility in India. He sent you to a land far away where you survived on your own, abandoned as you looked for that missing love in another. And in time when that goes awry, just like the example set for us, you get bullied left, right, and center. So you have no love, hope, faith left to stand on your own 2 feet to rebuild after having lost everything. They judge your inability to be kind, not realizing you had begged for compassion in your process to find that love again within yourself, to then be able to uplift everyone after having survived through a ripple effect of being brought down for over 2 decades. Takes time to convert the hate you received into love. It took some 7 years, but you couldn't dare ask for that time before being pushed back into the same cycle of survival. They crush your every ability to give by twisting the narrative beyond recognition. Just keep walking alone, even if everyone picks up stones to throw at you. Must there be some force in the universe, some law of nature that watches over and takes care of all of this? And if so, may it never ever allow anyone else to go through even a fraction of this. The only faith that keeps one going. Silver lining.